Addressing Climate Crisis. A call from the heart of Africa. As the president of Association of Member Episcopal Conferences in Eastern Africa, acronym AMECEA, I, Bishop Charles Kasonde, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Solwezi, stand with all my brothers and sisters in Africa and beyond to address the urgent crisis facing our world today. Our participation in the upcoming COP28 is not just important, it is imperative. I approach COP28 with a deep sense of responsibility and urgency, highlighting key issues vital for our region and the global community as regards climate. A cry from Africa, echoing the Pope's concerns. In harmony with Pope Francis, who has ardently spoken against the denial and minimization of climate change, we must recognize the undeniable human contribution to this global crisis. The Pope's latest apostolic exhortation, Laudate Deum, grounded in his 2015 encyclical Laudato Si, underscores the severity of the situation that we face. A world potentially nearing its breaking point due to climate change. He emphasizes that most vulnerable, particularly in regions like Africa, bear the brunt of this crisis. Africa, home to over half of the world's poorest, contributes minimally to historic emissions, yet suffers disproportionately from the consequences. Our responsibility, then, is not just to seek technological solutions, as Pope Francis advises, but to address the root causes and ensure a just transition to clean energy. It is a transition that must prioritize the common good and the future of our children over short-term interests and profit. Key issues at stake. Global stocktake response. The United Nations Global Stocktake reveals our significant lag in meeting climate goals. I urge global leaders to respond with a concrete commitment to accelerate our path towards limiting temperature rising to 1.5 degrees Celsius. 2. Sustainable food and land use. Climate change has impacted the health, the livelihoods, and food security of people across Africa. The AMECEA region is no exception. Our agricultural systems, the backbone of many African countries, are under threat from the erratic weather patterns, droughts, and floods. Ensuring food security must be a top priority at COP28. Transforming our food systems and land use is crucial for both climate resilience and food security. We must commit to reducing agricultural emissions, reducing food waste, and protecting our forests. 3. Climate finance. Adequate and fair climate financing is crucial. Developed nations, historically the largest polluters, must bear a significant share of their responsibility in supporting vulnerable countries in their transition to sustainable practices and in coping with impacts of climate change. 4. Adaptation and loss and damage. I call on all developed nations to support vulnerable countries in adapting to climate impacts. Operationalizing the loss and the damage fund is critical for addressing irreversible damages caused by the climate change. 5. Transition from fossil fuels. We advocate for a rapid and equitable move away from fossil fuels towards sustainable energy. This transition must be inclusive, ensuring no community is left behind. Tripling renewable energy capacity and enhancing energy efficiency should be prioritized. Number 6. Governance of technology and mineral extraction. The African continent is rich in minerals, vital for technology, crucial in the fight against climate change. However, the extraction of these resources often comes with environmental degradation and social injustices. We advocate for good governance in this sector, ensuring that the benefits are equitably shared and that environmental standards are upheld. 7. Inequality and environmental concerns. As deliberated by Catholic bishops in their meeting in 2020 in Malawi, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, inequality and environmental concerns are intertwined. The plight of the poor in our region is exacerbated by environmental degradation, and any solution must address this axis of issues. In solidarity with Pope Francis, even though in absentia at the COP28 in Dubai. As we head to COP28, it is with a spirit of solidarity with Pope Francis and the global community we seek to build strategists who consider the common good, echoing the Holy Father's call for decisive action. We represent not just the AMECEA region, but also the voiceless and the vulnerable, those who suffer the most from the harshness of climate change. In conclusion, the time for action is now. We cannot afford to be remembered for our inaction in the face of urgency. COP28 presents an opportunity for a significant shift in how we address the climate crisis, and we, from the AMECEA region, are committed to playing a role crucial to this transformation and also resuscitation of our environment. May God continue to bless our efforts that we contribute to the well-being of Mother Earth. I thank you all.